Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
Was last May, and then going into this year,
right,
and how this drought has expanded. So it's really almost kind of come from the west, hasn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, we had no monsoon, right? And so they all play a part in each other's weather, right? If you have no moisture in the west, then that moisture doesn't come out into the plains. And look at where we are now.
And look where we are now. And you heard the farmer saying we expect this to expand off toward the east. Some help this week for the Great Lakes in the Northeast, but we'll see how much.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty stuck pattern, though, Steph. I mean, a lot of rounds, a lot of repeat rounds.
Yeah, at least we have the cloud cover, right? Let's take you into the weekend. Why not look into the weekend on a Monday? Friday's bubble tea day. I've never actually had bubble tea. I need to try it. Oatmeal cookie day as well. And then the 1st of May as we head into our Saturday, where it's looking really good. And guess what? We keep that into our Sunday. Yes. Full day, Jen. But things are going to warm up dramatically within the next couple days.
The groundskeeper is going to be busy with all that green grass. Things are growing, right, with all the rain that we've had, plus the temperatures warming up. Now, to the north, we still are in wintry mode here. We still have some snow in the UP of Michigan, northern Wisconsin, even parts of northern lower Michigan. Minneapolis, we've had some rain already this morning, but it's all supposed to lift north. And so watch what happens in the forecast. You can see this morning, yes, a couple of showers, but even by 8 o'clock, it's lifted north and it's out of here. So if you're one of those who like to bike to work, and I know Minneapolis most years wins the title of most people who bike to work in the city, I do it because look how all the rain is north of here by the time we get to the afternoon. So showers continue. Marquette, I know you've got some snow shower potential this morning, but it's all rain by later today. And the trend this week, although not as warm as everywhere else, will be warm enough that we're not talking snow. Minneapolis for us, a couple of showers this morning, 43 degrees to start your morning. Then we're in the mid-50s this afternoon. We're looking at some dry conditions for you. And even for the evening rush, it's just stay dry. Temperatures hit 60. And you can see all that rain just kind of sticks up to the north. All right, so that's what's happening in travel. Jim, what do you got?
All right, what do I have?
Slightly below average all week. So the UP will not enjoy the big end of April warm-up that is going to be coming to other parts of the plains, the Midwest, the Ohio Valley. We really warm up in a lot of spots, and I want to talk about those numbers. I don't know if you guys do this, but I switched out all my shoes this week. So I put away all my boots, anything suede, anything that's a winter shoe I put away because of this. We've got temperatures that start with numbers in the 60s and warming up from there. This is just your morning lows, right? And our highs are going higher right across the South Central Plains. We get up into the North Central Plains, temperatures going 10 to 25 degrees above average, and we're going to start flirting with records. I mean, once you get up to that 25-plus degree average range, that's in record territory. So now we look at Chicago in the mid-80s, Kansas City, practically 90. Did we just have a snowflake last week? I think we did, Kansas City. I think we had more than just one. Now, St. Louis for us, we also had snow last week. Look at our forecast. We're going up to the 80s very quickly tomorrow. Temperatures really rebounding. Chicago, that 84 is not a record. 87 is where we got to be to get to record territory. But South Bend, we should do it. 84 is the record to beat. We'll tie it at 84 degrees. We see our forecast tomorrow warming up throughout the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, the Mid-Atlantic. Our numbers by Wednesday into the Northeast really soaring back to the 80s. You guys ready for this? Now, a concern, of course, with the heat is that our cars heat up very fast. And, you know, even in Lexington, Kentucky, where 77 is not that hot outside, in your car, it's a dangerous 96 degrees in 10 minutes and 111 in just 30 minutes. Make sure you beat the heat and check the back seat. Temperatures in Detroit will surge into the low 80s early this week, so we're looking at a chance of record highs. This warmth is just a complete flip-flop from last week when highs were a good 40 degrees colder. New this morning, apple growers in southeastern Michigan had to scramble to fight off the spring freeze that hit last week. And in 1940, around 80,000 today. It's a trend you'll see all across the Midwest and plains as farmers struggle with both the weather and economic conditions. Jim.
All right, guys, let's talk about our...
And look, we have this nice little trough, right? This trough here that's going to pick apart this low, take some of it with it, and leave that low in Texas for a little bit. So that trough is also going to deliver some much cooler air to the Northeast. Don't get too hung up on the warm temperatures in the Northeast because they're going to be dropping back down for us. But let's enjoy it while we can here. Look at New York at 82. New York versus Boston, which, by the way, is a huge rivalry anyway. Now we can have a temperature rivalry between the two cities. Cleveland, Indianapolis, mid to upper 70s, all the way into the Great Lakes. And look at today. Of course, Boston is on the cool side, but New York, we could be our highest that we've had so far this year. Philly, it could be the highest we've seen for the year, and the same into Washington, D.C. So these are the warmest temperatures, and they're actually going to be near record in a lot of places, maybe record-breaking. So, you know, if you can't take the heat, you got to get out of the Northeast and the South here. D.C., we could tie a record from 1990 and all the way down into places like Chattanooga. It's going to be close to record-setting temperatures. So this is very atypical. We don't usually get this hot this early in the season. So grab those shorts, grab those T-shirts, open the pools. Tomorrow, we're also going to see near record heat, if not record tying. This just tells you how rare it is. If you look at Roanoke, Virginia, 1915 is the last time that we were at 88 degrees this time of the year. And that record's been standing. It has not been able to get broken, because that's how rare it is. Nashville, our average high is 74. We're 10 degrees above that, but Jen, we go back down on Friday. We're going to cool off a little bit with that front coming through.
I don't want this to end, right?
I
mean, how
know,
many of you are thinking that? Or are it too much, too soon? Really? Some of you I know say that, but it is going to come to an end. This is the reason why this cold front, it is going to bring a huge change. It swings in on Friday, and it's one of those squeegee fronts because it brings in some much drier air in addition to the fact that it's colder. And temperatures, I don't like to call it cold. It's just cooler. We're going to be running a little bit below average, about 5 to 10 degrees. It'll be cold in a few spots in the Northeast. Just wait until you see what is happening to your weather. We have the storms along with that front. We're going to see showers, thunderstorms, Cleveland. Oh, we've got the draft on Thursday. This is a tough weather day. I know a lot of stuff is outside, too. So you've got thunderstorms, unfortunately, in the forecast. But with this front, as it blasts through, it brings the storms behind it, clearing out and drying out. But then with that cold air filtering in, look what happens. A little moisture left behind up here in the Northeast. Yes, that is blue on the map. That is snowfall. We're going in the wrong direction, Binghamton. Temperatures hit the mid-70s. We actually stay warm and dry for most of the day. Thunderstorms come in later in the day. And then on Saturday, you wake up and you could have snow. 33 degrees with snowflakes flying around. Wrong direction, right? Now, the forecast for how much, because we do actually need some moisture in the Northeast. We are going to be looking for an area of 1 to 2 inches of rain across Ohio into Pennsylvania. That's not such a bad thing, especially if we can spread it out a little bit, right? Not get it all at once. It's about up to an inch farther east, which is an area that doesn't need the rain as badly. So this is not bad to see that rainfall in Erie, in Jamestown, and Buffalo. And we are going to be watching for some rain coming in here over the next, I would say, tonight into pretty much all day Thursday. Steph.
It's time now for your Wednesday morning front lines. We begin in the South.